With week 4 and week 5, I started using Excel and working with Excel basics. Previously, I've never worked with Excel that much. I guess I've never found a need to use it, but I have seen with each workbook and with each lesson, it can be very useful and very useful for future occupations, and especially with what I want to do with opening a business. I know it can be really helpful for organizing data. So looking at lesson 7, which was the first lesson with Excel basics, getting started, creating and opening workbooks, and saving and sharing them. That was a lot in one lesson, but it is very helpful to see the information and how it can be grouped, and how each cell separates each piece of information to make the whole project look more organized. With Cell Basics, it's just working with fonts, different alignments of cells. As you can see here, the alignment's different. There's many alignment options, different styling options, and also you work with inserting, deleting, formatting cells. As you can see here, there's many insert options for cells, and also each cell is its own place for new information. As you can see here, this information can be understood better with the information over here. So that's Cell Basics, and just getting started and working with cells, as well as saving them, also using similar techniques for saving as Word or PowerPoint. So moving on to the next lesson, which was lesson 8, modifying columns, rows, and cells. Here it was just working on moving different cells. As you can see here, you can resize your cells, make them different styles, just to separate your data and help it to be more readable, as well as working with columns, merging and centering them. Just similar stuff as Cell Basics, but just specifically working with columns, rows, and cells. For the next lesson, which was lesson 9, this was formatting cells, and making the information in the cells to your liking, whatever it may be, moving dates along. Many tools that Word and Excel provides is the continuation of data. That way it's easier for you to make your data quicker and more efficient. And as you can see here, more alignment and making the cells more organized and better read. With the next lesson, which was Worksheet Basics, you can see where different cells have become different sizes according to what needs to be fit in them. And as you can see, this is very helpful for different organization, in this case with months or with dates, just however you want to separate your workbook, to make the sheets and creating new sheets, to make even more organization, more broader organization, with whatever your workbook may be based around. Working with the next lesson, which was page layout, lesson 11. This was basically looking at viewing of your workbooks and how you can use the tools that Excel provides to separate your data into different pages, as well as using these tools to be able to compare data upon different pages, and also just organizing your data how you would have it. So moving to the next lesson, which was lesson 12, printing workbooks. Sometimes this can be tricky because it's so much information. You want to print as least as possible. So that's what this lesson was about, and just helping you to make your data more readable when you print it out. If we look in the print preview, you can see where the print preview helps you see your data from the printing standpoint, and using these different settings, as well as the ability to go back and reorganize your data. That way your printed copy comes out as you'd like. So that's the end of week 4, but I'm going to continue with week 5, looking at these different workbooks. So with lesson 13, this whole workbook was about formulas and using the tools that Excel provides to help you out with different numbers and moving along with those. That way your workbooks become more efficient and quicker to use. And this is mainly done with the Formulas tab. As you can see here, there's lots of tools to use. For some of these, you can use like the auto sum tool, which helps you to find the sum for all columns, all totals. Looking at these menu orders, you can see where the total has been made just by 1. You can copy that and move down, and then Excel will calculate all totals for you. That way that you don't have to do that. So this Formulas tab is very helpful with inserting information that you don't have to, making things more efficient for you, and doing formulas for you that way you don't have to. Moving on to the next workbook. This was freezing panes and view options, filtering and sorting data, and groups and subtotals. As you can see, you can move data a lot easier with Excel, and you can group data, filtering out which information you want in one group. As you can see here, total orders by date is in its own group, but it's still relevant to the whole document, and finding its subtotals. Also organizing these, like this column, to see who has paid and who hasn't, using these options so that later when you use this document, it's applicable and you're able to see where you need to go back. As you can see, it's highlighted places where you may have to go back, and so that's very helpful in Excel to help you see where you need to go back and use different options that Excel offers. And then finally, for the last Excel workbook, this is tables, charts, and sparklines. For tables, you can see here how information is organized better with tables, and you can always insert that here, and it gives you different options just as Word does, and gives you different outlines for how big you want your table. For charts in lesson 22, you can also insert those, and you'll be able to get different styling options, and you can design them here whatever way that you see fit, or what looks best. And formatting, just making the fonts in different colors, different word art styles to your liking. And then finally in lesson 23 is sparklines, which offers a visual for different charts. As you can see here, here's the sparklines, and they're just different ways for you to see how your data is laid out. It offers a visual aid, maybe for those who like to see visually how things are going, sales data and different data, how it's going over time instead of just in numbers.